Hello, and welcome to episode 17 of my Empyrion Galactic Survival tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on attempting to build a capital vessel. I say attempting because I've never built one before, so let's see how it goes. In the last episode, you'll remember I went up to the asteroid and started mining, looking for saphium ore. Well, I managed to mine 600 before I thought that would be enough. Because the plan is to build this capital vessel, and it's going to be my new base, a mobile base. So I've got plenty of ores to build it with. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a blueprint. I filtered it down by clicking on the capital vessel, so that shows you a list. And I'm going to do the first one because as you move further down the list, it gets more and more expensive. I haven't even got enough saphium for that one, and I don't want to start chewing through my neo ore. So the very first one you can see is slightly less expensive. So I'm going to build this, and then I'm going to encase it in the steel plating. So anyway, as you can see, I need 4,000 iron ingots, 628 silicon, 500 copper. So what I've been doing, if we switch to my pocket, you'll see I've made the iron ingots. Let's switch back. So I need 200 saphium ingots, which is what I believe I've just done. So let's check. Yep, there's the saphium ingots. I need, let's switch back. What do I need? So I need 62 neo ingots. So let's do them next. So in fact I should be able to just do, oh wait, now I've got 47. So if I do 20 more. Okay, 67 neo ingots. So I've got enough of them, excuse me. So I need 500 cobalt and 500 copper. Now, because this is getting a bigger manufacturer, what I've done is I've made 2 more large constructors just to speed things along a bit. So in here is my silicon, and in here is my copper. So let's take another look, see what I need. So silicon and copper's done, iron's done, it's just the cobalt. So let's now go back up above where I believe I was making my cobalt ingots. Yep, there we go, there's the cobalt. Okay, so what we do now, let's go back to the blueprints, and what I need to do, so to factory now. Oh wait a minute, oops. I need 4 growing plots and 3 raw plastic. Jumping ahead of myself, so let's see if I've got this raw plastic. Ah, so I only need 4 of that, but that'll do. And growing plots. To make the growing plots, remember we need to use the forget the name. I need to use this, the food processor. And in there we will find the growing plots. So we want 3 of them. Okay, so while that's doing that, I've mentioned to you that when I've built my capital vessel, I want to encase it in, not glass plates, that's for sure. I want to encase it in hardened steel. So that means I'm going to need a ton, and I do mean a ton, of the hardened steel blocks. So if I switch to the, where is it, capital vessel, hardened steel blocks. See, it's going to use 10 steel plates and 5 hardened steel plates. But that's what we want to encase our capital vessel in. So let's just get making a ton of them. I don't know how many I'm going to need. I don't know how many thousands I'm going to need. But I just want to get it started in this episode. I'm not going to obviously complete building my capital vessel, but I'm just trying to show you the process of how you will go about building one, what sort of items. In the last episode, thank you for all your comments, by the way. Always lovely to see them. And some of you mentioned about stripping off my guns off of that small vessel, and I could view. The reason I took the guns off the small vessel is because with them guns you have to manually fire the drones. So when I went up into space and started mining for ores, a drone come along, and because the guns on my small vessel were manually operated, I didn't get back to my small vessel to fire them until the drone had totally destroyed my core and everything on the small vessel, so it rendered the guns useless. So the theory is, what I'm going to do with my capital vessel, I'm just going to put automatic firing guns on their turrets. So what that means is I will keep my capital vessel always powered on, always keep it operational, and I'm going to equip it with loads of rocket turrets or automatic firing guns. That way it will be like my base. The guns will destroy the drones before they get near, so they can't disable my capital vessel, and that's why I want to do that. Okay, so we're building these here. I'm going to leave them building. What we're also now going to need to look at is the weaponry. So if we hover over, you'll see auto aiming or manual. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the auto guns. Now, I know that the two guns I've got on top of my base are the perfect guns. So let's just go take a look for a reminder of which ones they are, because this is what I want to equip my capital vessel with. Yeah, there's my small vessel, still survived. How, I do not know, but it did. And what I want to do is dock it with my capital vessel once I've got it made. Okay, so if we come over here, these are the two guns I want to slap all over my capital vessel. So if I choose my multi-tool, you can see that that's a rocket turret. So I'm going to have lots of rocket turrets, and I'm going to have lots of cannon turrets. That's what's going to protect my capital vessel. So the only other thing then I need to worry about is putting loads of ammo boxes and filling it with the ammunition for these two guns. Thereby I don't have to worry about the other guns. For now, these two guns I like. So rocket turrets and cannon turrets. So let's go building some of them next. I don't know, this one might be effective, but it's not really getting a look in. Them other two guns are killing everything before it gets near, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Okay, so let's build them in here. For now I'll have two of each. So you can see hovering over that, it's you always check it's what it can be placed on. So looking at this, it says placeable CV, so capital vessel. So I want to have two rocket turrets, but it's going to use advanced CPUs. What's needed? I've got to make sure I don't use up all my resources. Cannon turrets, what's that? Oh, the cannon turrets are the best because they're not using any advanced equipment, so I'll know I've got plenty of iron to build them. So let's do two of them. The rocket turrets need advanced CPUs, so let's take a look at what that's going to require. So where are the advanced CPUs? Oh, there they are. So that needs Neo ore, which is not a problem for me because I believe I've got some Neo ore now. Well, when I mined a load of it from the asteroids. So I've got 10 here. Let's see how many advanced CPU. How many do I need for that gun? So for the rocket turret, I'm going to need 5. So if I'm going to put 2 on my capital vessel, that means that I'm going to need 10 advanced CPU. So let's switch back. do 10. Okay, so that's doing the cannon turrets, and these are for the rocket turrets. So I may as well queue up the rocket turrets next. So 2 of them. So I have 2 cannon turrets, 2 rocket turrets. I don't know if that's enough. I may make another 5 of each, but let's get this capital vessel built, and then I can start placing and arming it. And armouring it, I should say, because I need to still do loads of them hardened steel plates. So what I'm going to do to save time is move the hardened steel from here and a load of the plates. So I'll take them. And what I'll do is go use one of the ones below to build these, to manufacture the rest. So if I throw this in here, then I can switch to here and do a load of these. I got these hardened steel plates from the abandoned mine. I still haven't stripped the abandoned mine completely, but I'm working on it. And I'm going to get all of the hardened steel plates from it and turn them into hardened steel blocks for my capital vessel. Okay, so that's doing that. Let's see, what else am I going to need? So if we go to the blueprints, oh, I needed 4 growing plots, so I better go back to my food processor and do 1 more growing plot. I've got 3, there's the last one. And then I can start to spawn in my capital vessel. Remember, it's going to need to be built in the factory first. That's going to take some time, so that's why I want to quickly get it started. Okay, now I should have all I need. So if I bring up the blueprints, go to the factory, now I need to drop all the components into here. You see they'll turn green as I do them. I can't remember how to split. Oh well, right. So you can shift left click to put them in, which is much easier. So there we go, all of them loaded in. Let's now start production. And that's going to take real time another 54 minutes. So I'm not going to be spawning it in for this episode, that's for sure. But as you can see, there's plenty you need to do before you spawn it in, as in your armaments. So I've been making rocket turrets and cannon turrets. Now we need to take a look at what ammunition I'm going to need. I need to make as well to make a couple to start with ammunition crates. So let's do that on this one that's not doing anything. So I need, not the harvest, two large ammo boxes, and it can be used on a capital vessel. You'll see placeable, so 2 of them. While that's being done, oh, there's some more hardened steel blocks, grab them. Okay, let's look at the ammunition that we need to slot into these. And if we go to my base, you'll see that I've got the ammunition put in the first 2 slots. So 30mm bullets and 150mm, that's the 2 that I need. Well, but I will of course confirm that first. So let's go back up the top and have a look. Oh, there's the timer. So let's look at this cannon turret, ammunition 30mm. So I was correct, that's what I need for that one. For the rockets I need the 150mm. Okay, so there's my guns. Let's now make a load of ammunition. Do I have silicon in, what is it I need for the ammunition? Magnesium, that's it. Do I have magnesium in this? I know I've got a ton of it, but it's where I've put it. All my ores are getting spread out now between my constructors. Yeah, we got 1,000 magnesium, that's plenty. So how much ammunition should I do for both of these? I have no ideas, but minimum of 500 for each. So let's have a look. We're looking for the 30mm and the 150. There's the 30. That's going to use 5 metal pieces, 5 magnesium. Let's load up 1,000. Wait, no, because it's going to do it. Yeah, it's doing 50 per. So let's see how that gets on. That's going to be loads. Oh, let's see. So I can leave that just making that now. For the 150mm, which is the other ammunition I'm going to need. There it is. I need electronics, magnesium and metal pieces. So I'm going to need to make sure there is plenty of iron and magnesium. Let's go down. And I'm going to get one of my other constructors making this. So, oh, this one's not doing anything, so I can... Let's just take a load of iron and a load of magnesium. That's all I need. Now I can go to this far constructor and do these 150mm bullets in here. Okay, so we'll throw that and that in there. There we go. Yeah, capital CV. Make sure it says CV at the end. So 150 CV. Electronics. Ah, so I'm missing a component needed for the electronics. Let's work out what that is. Oh, where's the blinking electronics? There we are. Okay, silicon and copper. So I've got copper, I just need to get silicon. So we're looking for silicon ore. Silicon. There we go. So we'll go put that in this one. And then I should be good to go. Put the silicon in there. There we go. Go back to the ammunition. And there we go, can now make the 150mm. Make sure, again, if it's for your capital vessel, make sure you do the right one. It says CV at the end, not the BA for your base. You want the CV. So, how many are done per each one? Well, if I do 100 for now. See how many we get for each one. 5. So 250 and 250. So let's do another 2 stacks. There we go. Right, so that's 1,000 of them. See what I've got my other constructors doing. Oh, there's another 198. Okay, run out of hardened steel plates. So, and I'm going to need more steel plates. So let's see if I can find some more of that material. do I have any in here? Probably used them all up. Oh no, there's some more. Okay. I'm going to need to go back to that abandoned mine. There's so much I need to do in this. I just don't have the time. Finding the time to do the gathering. Oh, there's a load of steel plates. You can see I just throw stuff in these containers now as I'm getting it. Okay, well that was handy. Oh, load of spoiled food. Put that in my food processor. Okay, let's see if I've got any more hardened steel plates up here. No, nada. Oh wow, I think I've gone overboard with it. I don't know, I think these things shoot out quickly. So I'll probably have a few thousand of them. Never mind, it's good to be armed up to the teeth. Okay, so let's go back making more of these hardened steel blocks. Yes, you think I'm getting ridiculous with these. You ain't seen nothing yet. I want to have about 10,000 hardened steel blocks. The trouble is I just don't think I've got the time to do it. I'd love to go back to the village, strip that down, go back to the abandoned mine and completely strip that down. But it just all takes so much time. Now that I'm working full time, it's just becoming impossible, but we'll see what we can do. So let's make a load more of these hardened steel plates. You get the idea now of how I'm gonna encase. So I'm going to spawn in, you're going to see in the next episode, I'm going to spawn in a capital vessel, and the first thing I'm going to do is encase it in hardened steel blocks. Ideally I want to make my capital vessel much bigger than the one I'm spawning in. So, and what I want to do really is make a Borg cube. But I don't know, I'll have to see how it goes, see how we get on with this materials. I'm going to slap my rockets and cannon turrets on it and then fly around this planet just to test it out to make sure that it does defend itself effectively. I might even try and go and just attack one of the alien strongholds with it to see how it fares. If it gets completely obliterated, well, I'll face that bridge when I get to it, but I should imagine with 2 rocket turrets, 2 cannon turrets, or maybe 5 cannon turrets from 5 rocket turrets. I will have to do some experimenting. For now though, I need to first get myself this capital vessel. Let's go back to the factory. So yeah, that's going to be a long while. At least I can leave it building now until the next episode. Okay, so you get the idea. This is what we're going to be looking at in the next episode, and then we're going to start armouring it first of all, encasing it. I'm going to be making it square, like a ball cube, and I'm going to be using hopefully about 1,000 of these. Maybe I'm going to need 10,000 of these, so that means I might need to go do more mining. But I want to make a big square ball cube. The reason I'm spawning this in is so it puts all of the core, the thrusters, all of the components in it, the basic components that will be done for me. So I just then need to worry about armouring it up and then putting on it a load of turrets to protect it. Anyway, there we are. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.